Now, this success journey of program management, PGMP, is so important for me. We were having this discussion on 16th of April. Mr. Sami, Abdul Rahim Sami was traveling from Pakistan to Qatar to his home office, to his work office, Nigeria. So I had a discussion with Syed and I said, okay, so he wanted to do PGMP. I told him, right now, Mr. Sami is in transit. And then we had first discussion on 17th of April. He started working on it. And now I'm so happy to say that he's certified PGMP. Now, I wanted to set the context for this success journey that he's a professional. We wanted to have a discussion to start another certification from last 3 days. He could not get a time to even have a 5 minute discussion into that how we can start that thing. So why don't you share your success journey in your own way? Why you wanted to do PGMP, how the journey was, then me and Mr. Sami will take it from there. Please go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm really happy to be here, share my journey, how I got the program management professional certification. Really, this achievement is a lot to me because I was stuck in the middle management. In the month of January, I got some very attractive advertisement saying that you can move from your middle management level to high management. So then they said this is one of the profession you can pursue so that we can take up you from here to there. But unfortunately, I could not able to succeed and join. Then, luckily, I got your videos. It's really inspired. And in particular, I watch most of Abdul Rahim Sami's the way the coaching call and all. Then I started. Then I contact you. Then he said, "Let us meet." Then you just introduced me to Abdul Rahim Sami. Then the magic starts. He was giving me the clear roadmap the day when I spoke to him. Basically I was very frustrated because if you want to really achieve something you have to be really dedicated, otherwise it's really hard to achieve it. So somebody has to guide you, somebody has to coach you. So luckily Abdurrahim Swami, the way he's, the moment he connect with you, that's it. He will take care of you, he will lead you, he will guide you, he will coach you. So I was having a clear direction. The day 17th April when I started, the direction was very clear. He give me the I mean every day we meet 1 hour. He give me domain by domain, each domain one day. Then he asked me to do an exercise. Then next day he follow. Basically within 1 week or 10 days we covered the all the performance domains, everything. Then he shared me the three documents. One is the master sheet, then magic grid, and the third one is the mock exam of materials. So only these are the documents which I'd never gone through any standards, anything. So this complete it's, even from my side I have to admit that I put a lot of effort. Actually my work, the beauty of your training course is anybody who is in the working profession, they can pursue and they can succeed. Even I saw one of the lady, she is a housewife and she got a certificate. So definitely this sort of things, sharing your success journey and all to somebody, they will got inspired and they will kickstart their next level. This is how it starts
Mm.
basically. And I
Okay.
really thank to Abdurrahim Sami for his
Yeah.
guidance.
Yeah. Now this is something that we really believe. And now Mr. Abdul Rahim Sami is taking it to the next level. That one of the most important thing, as you said, these certifications are not just a piece of paper. It's what you learn, what they can do for you, and how important that is. Because when you are at the level as you are, the most important thing is your time. The time is
Yeah.
the rarest of resource. We can get every single thing, but time is the most important thing. That's why uh, when we do, as you have seen it, we work with one by one individuals, and we make sure they become certified. And I'm so happy with the way we are getting and reaching towards like 100%. We have 100% success record, straightforward for PGMP program management. We have 100% success record, and every single person who have joined the program within 3 to 6 months, depending upon their schedule. Now it is becoming less than even 3 months. So, Mr. Abdurrahim, how much time he took? What was his journey, and what were the challenges that you needed to work with him? Can you please put some light on that?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to congratulate Mr. Mustafa for his full dedication. The first thing I would like to say, whatever task I gave him, ensured that he finished on the same day, and he was in Dubai 1 a.m., 2 a.m. in the night. Unless he didn't finish that day task, he was not signing off. That is the first dedication that I would really want to mention here. And secondly, the task I was giving to him on daily basis was only for 2 or 3 hours that he can work into that. In the evening, when he comes back from the office, I just send the message, and he always say, "I'm just starting, and I will send you." And once ever he finish, he gave me the feedback, and he can also confirm that even it was midnight to him, I immediately replied to him, "Yes, very good. Now your next task is like that." So I think that is the follow up that we do, and that keeps you motivated and that keeps you on track also. If I give him more than two day task, then we cannot follow up. That's the first thing. And secondly thing is, like Mr. Mustafa said, anybody who is who can give 2 to 3 hours daily can now pass the exam in less than 2 months. The first
So
target when we connected on 17th of April, he said, "Can I do till end of May?" That was the target. I said, "Yes, if you can give 2 to 3 hours, just follow my roadmap. We can escalate this, accelerate also." But the point is that you have to give the time daily, and that is why in 42 days we have the success. So really proud of him.
thank
Thank
you.
you. I really like what the context you put into that, and that is what I always say: customize schedule. You see, one of the most important thing is customize schedule. Now, if we talk about how he went towards it, how he immediately put that into the context, was he was giving his 100%, and as he was saying about Vanita, she cleared, and then multiple other students cleared. If you can give 2 to 3 hours, if you can give 2 to 3 hours, it's 2 months. If you can give 4 hours, and once your application is approved, we can compress it further, because that is the beauty of daily follow-up. And what I say in the project management language, the Kanban system. Instead of putting what Mr. Sami was putting, uh, the entire thing, instead of saying you have to do these 1,000 things, no, 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 one step at a time, one step at a time, and the marvels happens. Let's talk about the exam day. So how did you manage the exam tension, the exam time, and how did you manage your exam day? Please say it.
I can remember, before one day before the exam, I really that's what your business model, the success of your business model. You are actually delivering the value, like a program management. You call me, and Sami called me, and the 8:30 I received the message from Abdurrahim Sami. 9 o'clock I had to go to exam. He was just giving me the hints and tips. He was in a way, somebody is morally supporting you, so you're very confident. So when I went to exam, only thing what I have during this journey I want to highlight, almost four times the mock, the green background questions and then white background questions. Completely it was in my mind. All these 750 questions plus 300,000 questions in my mind. The moment I saw the questions, I straight away go and pick the answer. And he was warning me. He was telling me, Syed, you have to be very careful. The last mock up, he advised me, please read the answers. I did this. But when you go to exam, the moment you open the screen, you will start up with the situational questions with so much tricky. So he told me, Sayed, never leave before 4 hours. Be there, whatever the questions you feel it's difficult, just mark it up and come back. This is exactly what I did. The concept was very clear. Eco was in my mind. All the magic read and the contents, it was in my mind. But the moment you go to exam, as you said, you will become panic and nervous. First 25, 30 questions, I almost took 40, 50 minutes. My plan was finish 60 questions per hour, but the run rate was very slow. Panic, but later on, I got a easy one, like straight away to eco. Then I could able to manage these 4 hours almost if I am not mistaken, 30 to 45 minutes I took it to again review these 30, 40 questions I mark up. And some of the questions I have adjusted. So this advice is, yes, the complete practice is fantastic, but you have to be focused You have to be cool and composed. Then you easily anybody can succeed. That is the mantra.
That is the mantra. Okay, now you talked about how important the close follow-up is. I want to talk about one of the most important thing. And we were having discussion with one of my ACP team member today, like 30 minutes back, how important these coaching calls, the question answer session, in which we actually go through how to solve question answers and you learn through it. How important these question answer sessions are for you?
See, the question answer session is very, very important because the way Abdurrahim Sami lead the team, he asked the team to answer and rightly picked up the wrong answers. And then he asked the question, why you selected this? So it's like a curious mindset, you just open up your mindset, why you select. Then the moment you start to think about it, you're going to clear your concept. That would help you. Definitely the coaching call is the the essence of this whole journey. So it's very important. Coaching calls are very important.
Mm. The coaching calls are very important. Mr. Sami, please go ahead with your questions.
Yeah, as I mentioned that with for every mock, for every final question that we had every day, we had 1 hour discussion, and I think that 1 hour was really worth because once you are getting the question in the exam, something remains in your mind. It's not only answering the right question, like Mr. Ahmed said, how to approach the question and how to pick the keywords from the question. So continuing to that thing, how important Muswa Sahab is that master sheet that focus you on the keywords, and in the exam when you read the questions, whatever was there, are there keywords really in the question that we are discussing?
Yeah, that absolutely. That was, I was in my mind. Okay, the questions would be straightforward from the eco. I can go on straight away answer it. But they are very tricky because again the selection panel who make this question pattern, they are very very talented guys. So they just use the elements of the documents. Sometimes if you are not very well connected with the master sheet which you are giving to us, 100% there is a chance of taking a wrong options. So the master sheet is very very important. All the important words are very important. So some of the questions I could see that like benefit management plan and benefit register, what are the inside the content of the documents? They just give 4 options, two exactly matching with the elements, one they mix up the words. So you can overlook, you can pick the wrong answer. So you have to master in this master sheet. You have to completely take this master sheets in your mind. That is very important. So
Okay.
basically, you simplify the PGMP. You simplify the PGMP. What I can say, every day, I start to read this master sheet, this grid, the magic grid, and then eco. Because particularly the program life cycle, these 35 tasks are very, very critical. So you have to read every day, once in half an hour at least. You have to go through this.
Okay. A very important thing from 11th of March, the exam got updated. The exam had in it, uh, the exam had in it uh, the collaboration domain questions, the agile question. So how many questions were towards collaboration domains?
If you ask me frankly, Mr. Ali, actually Amer, the questions, whatever they asked, I believe this is the edition, the standard program management manual 4. 5 collaboration, I haven't seen much. And then again, Agile, I really appreciate Sami took an initiative to call you and give us the master class on Agile to make a clear concept. What is, Alhamdulillah, you covered almost 10 minute session to cover all the Agile. But I did not see any options relevant to HI. Only the context, the situation which they derive, the model of a project. You are a program manager. You could be either manage the hybrid projects or waterfall projects or agile projects. But the options are very much aligned with the PGMP, like benefit management plan, stakeholder management plan, governance, program life cycle, and strategic alignment. Nothing, the answer options are from HL. But the context of the questions, like you are managing a mega program and you are delivering the service as a sprint, which you explained to us, but the answers are more relevant to PGMP context.
So they
Yeah,
are taking it from one side and then coming it out from other side. So that's a very
exactly.
beautiful thing. I now this is something that Mr. Samir told me when the day you cleared exam. Now that they are doing that, this means This means you need to have a knowledge about agile, and you have to have a grip on PGMP topics,
Correct.
thinking about each and every single thing. Otherwise, you will be having a challenge, right?
Exactly, exactly,
Okay,
exactly.
that's a very important. Okay, let's talk about first, Mr. Sami takes. That's how the program works. You do the question answers without timer. There is no timer into that. Then you do it on simulator. Like what we say, I say that three steps formula. First the content, then the question answers going into depth, and then it with the timer. That with the timer is running. How important this is that we follow this sequence, or do you prefer you can directly jumps to without timer?
No, initially, when you are slowly understanding the concept, you are slowly well versed with the PGMP content and then concept. So I'm sure the timer will not help at the first instant. But slowly, when you are, go into deep into concept, then you can use the timer. So timer is very important. Otherwise, the time management would be difficult when you go to real exam. Even I was sitting, just I left 5 minutes before the exam. I was complete 4 hours I was in the exam. That was the first advice given by Sami. Don't even, nobody going to give you any medal to you. Be there at 4 hours. I just
Hmm.
follow what he said. That's it.
I like the line. I like that this line that you why you would like if you complete the exam in 2 hours, you will not get any medal. If you do it in 100% time, still you get the same result. So that's a beautiful thing to say. Okay,
We-
yeah. So did you get any formula exam?
Hello, we are not hearing you.
Are you am I audible?
Amar,
Uh,
we cannot
Mohit,
hear you.
Mohit, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah, now we can hear.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. So did you get any formula questions in the exam?
See, that's the beauty of your mock. I got 30% the questions as it is in the mock.
Hmm.
In particular, I got two questions. One is the benefit cost ratio.
Hmm.
Another one is the N value. Both are from this your mock.
Hmm.
Exactly. There is no change in the wordings.
Mm, mm. Okay, okay, that's something that is getting better, and as we are moving forward, the exam is getting further and further, and this is one of the important thing. As we move forward, the exam will become more important, and this is a beautiful thing. Gee, Mr. Sami, if you have something, go ahead, sir.
Yes, continuing to the thing that I told him, that not leave the exam. The point is that the practice that we have done with every student, like Mr. Sayyar was doing mocks in 2.5 hours in the last day. Okay, so the only thing that I give some example not to leave the center is that, because we are so becomes, there are two different things. One, you are under prepared. Other thing, you are over prepared. You get saturated, and that in
Yeah.
that moment you just try to run out of the exam, that I know everything, tak, 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 just go out. But the point is that, like Mr. Sayyed said, the questions are very tricky. Scenario is completely different. So my advice to anybody who will watch this call, please take your full time. Keep 1 minute, at least 1 minute for one question, even it's a straight liner. There must be something tricky that will guide you to they will try to misguide you. Okay, the only thing that you can make 100% sure that a question is correct is by focusing, concentrating, and spending the time in your exam center. These four questions will make you go or no go decision. It's a phase gate review. Exam is a phase gate review. If you do it wrong, you will no go. If you are okay, it will be pass. So that's the key advice to all the students who are going to take any PMI examination, not only PGMP.
No,
Yeah.
that's a very beautiful advice. How the context works, how the things are, and what we need to get this thing done. Okay, Sandeep, Mohit, Asha, if you have any question, feel free to ask. This is your time to ask your inside questions. What do you think? How you want to get it done? Because there is a guy. Now, Mohit, especially for you, a very busy schedule. He got it done. He got it done. And this is something that I always say that if a person who is a busy schedule was extreme busy schedule, right? As I started the conversation, that me and Sayed are trying to have a conversation for last 3 days, but he's extremely busy. We could not get it there. And if he can do this thing, it all comes down to only one thing, that is commitment. If you are 100% committed, let me make it very clear. We had people who have done PMP, RMP, they are preparing for PGMP. They are zero at PG. They don't know what PGMP is. And from everywhere in the world, we have people from Europe, we have people from Africa, we have people from six continent. We never had from somebody from Antarctica, so we had people from six continent all over the world. And we take, either you come in one to one or in group, we take every single student with their hand and make sure they become certified, they crosses the line. And that's what is happening here. So from this video, I just want to share one thing to every person who will get motivated, as Sayed got motivated and join the program. Just one thing: only contact us if you are 100% committed. If you really want to do PGMP, because as we say that we will push you, we will do the follow up, and we will do so much follow up. Either you have to block us or you have to become certified. There is no other way. Thank you very much, Sayed. Thank you very much, Mr. Sami, Asha, Mohit, and Sandeep for joining us. And so happy that we could help one more PGMP to achieve his dream. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Huge
much.
thanks to you. Yeah, huge thanks to you and Sami, particular Abdurrahim Sami. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for
Welcome.
this
Thank you.
achievement.